A warm welcome to this week's last edition of Primetime News with me, Michael Madimba. Our sincere apologies for the break experienced in the last 2 days. This was due to a systems upgrade. Nevertheless, we're glad to be back. In our lead story tonight, President Dr. Hage Geingob this afternoon announced that the current public health regulations will expire on Saturday midnight.
Current public health regulations will expire at midnight tomorrow, Saturday, 31st July 2021. The following regulations will come into force for a period of 14 days from Sunday, 1st of August 2021 until midnight Saturday, 14th of August 2021. Travel restrictions are hereby lifted, permitting the resumption of travel between regions without a permit countrywide. The public is, however, urged to strengthen public health measures at personal and community levels. Public gatherings, as defined in the regulations, have been adjusted to 50 persons per event. Any public gathering should not last for more than 2 hours. Curfew will remain in force, however, from 22, that is from 10 o'clock to 4 a.m. daily. The sale of liquor remains restricted on takeaway basis between 9 a.m. to 18 hours, from 9 a.m. to 6, Monday to Friday. There was a big debate. We must end from, say, Monday to Thursday. But we're told we have to do a little bit something for businesses. So Monday to Friday, except for those hospitality establishments that have resident guests. Business operations. All food establishments, namely restaurants, cabana traders, and food vendors, may resume on-site meals subject to compliance, strict compliance with health and safety protocols. Businesses deemed to be high risk, such as gyms and sports clubs, remain closed.
Staying with the presidency, the head of state has warned that the reduction in COVID-19 cases over the past 14 days does not call for celebration, but for vigilance and adherence to the containment measures to further curb the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Geingob made these remarks during the COVID-19 national update in the capital this afternoon.
There has been considerable reduction in new infections across all regions. However, there has been noticeable rise in deaths in Kavango West, Oshana, Omasati, and Hardup regions. Omaheke has the highest case fatality rate of 6.5%, almost 3 times the national average of 2.5%. In this regard, we must maintain absolute vigilance as a means to reduce new infections. Get more people vaccinated in order to prevent severe COVID-19 illness and death. That is the nature of the challenge we are facing. We cannot tire, we cannot relent. Although the incidence curve has plateaued and started on a downward slope over the last 14 days, there is no cause for celebration. We are not out of the woods yet.
Shifting our focus onto the Hardup region, Governor Reverend Solomon April said external resource mobilization, public-private partnership, as well as revenue collection should be enhanced in good faith to improve the livelihood of the inhabitants of the region.
Hardup Governor Reverend Solomon April said this while delivering his second State of the Region address at Marienthal recently, in which he highlighted the region's challenges and achievements during the 2020-2021 financial year. The governor called on administrators and politicians to work together and deliver the necessary services needed by the community. He stressed that they can only achieve results if they cooperate as a team across all sectors, both as politicians and professionals, in the best interest of the people they serve, as together each achieve more. Meanwhile, April said at the operational level, aging fleets and shortage of vehicles remain a challenge, noting that the maintenance of the old fleet is becoming unsustainable and needs to be replaced. April further said it is important to invest in critical sectors such as agriculture in order to ensure food and nutrition security at the household level, adding that poverty and unemployment needs to be addressed. The Hardup governor went on to say that it is unacceptable that about 60% of people continue to live in shacks without access to water and sanitation, stressing that the region must fast-track the delivery of housing, sanitation and general services to inhabitants.
Various ministers on Thursday signed the multi-party Memorandum of Understanding on advanced improved road safety performance in Windhoek. LV Haihambo compiled this report.
The multi-party Memorandum of Understanding was signed by ministers and deputy ministers from different ministries, including the Ministry of Health and Social Services, Education, Arts and Culture, Works and Transport, Mines and Energy, Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security, as well as the Ministry of Urban and Rural Development and the chairman of the National Road Safety Council. This strategy serves the purpose of binding all the respective ministries to the role assigned to Namibia's National Road Safety Strategy as part of the country's second decade of action for road safety strategy, a roadmap for the period of 2021-2030 following the first strategy, outlining the focus areas, objectives and initiatives for the National Road Safety Council and all safety stakeholders in Namibia intended to achieve improved road safety within the 10-year period. Speaking during the signing ceremony in her capacity as a road safety patron, Deputy Minister and Minister of International Relations and Cooperation Netumbonandi Ndaitwa said the strategy was endorsed following Cabinet's fourth decision-making meeting held in March 2021 and it assigned various responsibilities to different institutions and role players. She further encouraged a culture of working together, saying improved road safety performance can only be achieved by working together from the perspective of the regulating authorities and the road-using members of the public.
Stand by for your top roundup.
Welcome wherever you are on Planet Football.
You can go anywhere in the world, but nobody feels football like we do.
And they dare to sing.
It's a rhythm.
A 1-2.
1-2. Football.
La football.
Soccer.
1-2.
That moves us.
Salah to settle it. There's no feeling like that feeling.
It's so nice. It's so nice.
Nothing compares to DSTV's unbeatable football offering. So stay connected to watch the best football on the planet.
Welcome back. In our business news tonight, economist Omo Kakuyaha Matundu says assertions that government pumped 8.1 billion Namibian dollars into the local economy to soften the impact of the novel coronavirus in 2020 are misplaced as it never took place.
Economist Omu Kakuyaha Metundu charges that there were no meaningful interventions put in place to protect key sectors such as tourism, media, and aviation. Kakuyaha Metundu said there was never an 8.1 billion Namibia dollar stimulus. Simple arithmetic shows that the effective package was about 2.3 billion Namibia dollars. The others is monies that government owed to businesses, and the loan guarantees depend on the loan decisions by households and businesses as well as commercial bank assessments. In April last year, the government, in collaboration with the Social Security Commission, launched a comprehensive 650 million Namibia dollars National Employment and Salary Protection Scheme. As part of this arrangement, government committed 400 million Namibia dollars, while the Social Security Commission was expected to foot 250 million Namibia dollars in response to the COVID-19 catastrophe. Its spokesperson Unomengi Kawapirura could not say how much it paid out to protect jobs and loss of income. Contacted for comment, Treasury spokesperson Tonatene Shidudu indicated that Finance Minister Ipumbushimi is a preoccupied man. Detailed questions sent to the ministry 4 weeks ago have equally not been responded to. On the overall handling of the pandemic, Kakuyaha Matundu was unimpressed, pinning blame on the lack of decisive leadership which created a perfect economic storm and subsequently placed the country on autopilot. Agreeing with him was economist Salomo Hay, who said the Namibian economy has not responded well to the economic fallout in the face of unprecedented downturns. To address this, Hay said there is a need for normalizing policies and rebuilding economic resilience to further fertilize grounds for economic recovery, ensuring adequate access to financing for viable companies, accelerating digitalization, and introducing an unconventional monetary policy would be required, he said.
Prime Minister Sarah Kuongelwa Amadila on Thursday commissioned a new 70-bed capacity field hospital for COVID-19 patients at the Windhoek Central Hospital. The field hospital is an initiative of the Namibia Chamber of Commerce NCCI through its private sector coalition to fight against COVID-19.
The field hospital is an initiative of the Namibia Chamber of Commerce through its private sector coalition to fight against COVID-19. In her remarks, Kuongela Amadila said the demand for service continues to challenge the capacity of the health system in terms of available hospital beds, supply of oxygen, and the demand for more healthcare workers. She said the government is busy constructing isolation facilities around the country to make more beds available for COVID-19 patients, and most of the facilities are envisaged to be completed between August and October 2021. She added that people should continue getting vaccinated in the spirit of cooperation and collaboration, and government will ensure that sufficient doses are secured and the vaccination rollout is smooth. NCCI President BC Urab, who also spoke at the occasion, said NCCI and its private sector coalition have so far repaired over 100 hospital beds and the campaign is ongoing. Another field hospital will soon be completed at Oshakati and will be handed over to the government.
We'll be back after the business and economics roundup.
We were born for this moment. For every rise, every fall, to make the impossible possible. To create moments that inspire and live the thrill of excellence.
On the grandest stage of all.
Forget the past, for the future awaits. This is that moment we've all been waiting for pride, for country, for you.
Brilliant performance that was.
The Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. It's go time on GoTV. Love it.
In our sports installment tonight, we start with women's football. Tura Magic Football Club were given a tough draw in the inaugural COSAFA Women's Champions League draw, which took place on Thursday in Johannesburg, South Africa. The serial Namibian champions were drawn against top-seeded team Green Buffaloes of Zambia and Black Rhino Queens of Zimbabwe in the three-team Group B.
The top two teams in each pool will advance to the semi-finals. In Group A, South Africa champions Mamelodi Sundowns ladies are the seeded team and will play Lesotho Defence Force, Double Action ladies from Botswana, and Eswatini's Mazini Wanderers. The tournament will take place from the 26th August to the 4th of September at Nelson Mandela Bay and will be followed immediately by the COSAFA Women's Champions that will take place from the 9th to the 19th September at the same venue. There are 7 teams competing in the first edition of the tournament, and the teams will be hoping to win a place at the Total CAF Women's Champions League later this year. Meanwhile, Magic FC chairperson Isaac Imata said they are going to the tournament to compete. He added that they are also monitoring President Hage Geingobb's anticipated announcement on Friday regarding the COVID-19 regulations update. Speaking at the draw, COSAFA's General Secretary Sue Dentom said the COSAFA Women's Champion League has been on the radar for a while and paid tribute to CAF for implementing the Champions League competition for women. Eska Kamanya, Nampa News.
Your sports roundup is up next.
Getting GoTV was the best decision James has ever made. See, James has always watched football wherever he can. Sometimes it got awkward. It was never really comfortable. And finding a good place to watch became more and more difficult, not to mention costly. Traveling for his games took its toll on James until he discovered something big. Now that James has GoTV, he can finally enjoy the perks of home ground advantage. Good for you, James. Get home ground advantage with GoTV. With superstar players competing in the world's biggest leagues and cup competitions, you'll be spoiled for football choice. So get and stay connected to GoTV for the best football season yet. GoTV. Love it.
We've come to the end of this week's last bulletin. Well, thank you for tuning in. As always, give us a thumbs up and share. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe as well as click on the notifications bell to stay posted on the latest happenings locally and globally. Do make a date with us next week Monday, as well as the rest of the week's dose of primetime news. From myself and the entire crew behind the scenes, keep safe and have a great weekend.